Greetings, everybody. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. Tonight, just a few hours ago, I've hyper-launched my house into the very depths of outer space! And why did I do that? Well, it's because I'm looking for a planet called Homestead II, which is related to tonight's blog. You see, Homestead II is said to be 120 years away from Earth, normally, but with the amount of speed I'll be going, it might take me about, I think by the time this blog is over. So, released on December 21st, 2016, the movie is Passengers. So, let's get started. On a routine journey through space to a new home, two passengers sleeping in suspended animation are awakened 90 years too early when their ship malfunctions. As Jim and Aurora face living the rest of their lives on board with every luxury they could ask for, they begin to fall for each other, unable to deny their intense attraction, until they discover the ship is in grave danger. With the lives of 5,000 sleeping passengers at stake, only Jim and Aurora can save them all. So, what do I think of this movie? Well, to be honest, the story was a bit cliched, and some parts were predictable, but I thought this movie was alright. Not great, just alright. But, before I get ahead of myself, let's move on to Mustang notes. The original script for Passengers was written by John Spites in 2007, and had been in development hell for years. At one point, the film was set to star Keanu Reeves and Emily Blunt, with the production budget being a relatively low $35 million. Brian Kirk was originally scheduled to make his feature directorial debut with the film, with Reeves in the lead. On December 5th, 2014, it was announced that Sony Pictures Entertainment had won the rights to the movie. In early 2015, Morten Tyldum was chosen to direct the movie. Tyldum had always wanted to do a massive sci-fi action movie, but also stressed the importance of a big guy character-driven sci-fi film rather than a cold and distant one. Metro described its plot as bearing a resemblance to the EC comic story 50 Girls 50 by Al Williamson, first published in the July-August 1953 issue of Weird Science, in which two passengers of a colony spaceship are awoken from hibernation early and fall in love. Principal photography on the film began in September 2015 in Atlanta, Georgia. Filming occasionally took place for full days, with a bulk of the shooting done around the two leads only. Rodrigo Prieto was the cinematographer, and Marianne Brandon was the film editor. Now, in my opinion, the visuals in space are absolutely breathtaking, and I also like the Avalon's design. It's pretty cool how the ship spins while flying through space. I also like the certain rooms that are on board, like the observatory, the cafeteria, Japanese, Spanish, and Indian restaurants, a gym, and an engine room. Plus, the ship has fun activities like a basketball court, a swimming pool, a home movie theater, even a room where you, play a dancing game, including a place where you can spacewalk outside the ship. As for the story, I feel like it's been done before, many times. In fact, some parts of the movie remind me of the beginning of Avatar with most of Wall-E. However, there are some parts of the movie that are not very appropriate for younger audiences, like when there's nudity and when the main characters are, well, making out together. Plus, throughout the movie, things start to go crazy due to the ship's malfunctioning because of a meteor shower impact. And it gets pretty intense when the main characters have to fix the ship's fusion reactor before it gets worse. Anyway, now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's talk about the characters. Now, since this film has such a small cast, I'm going to talk about 3 of them. One of our main characters, Jim Preston, is played by Chris Pratt, best known from Jurassic World and Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Jim is the first passenger to awaken on the Avalon. To me, he's a great mechanic and a very relatable character. After about a year awake with no company, Jim starts to get very lonely until he awakens Aurora from her pod. He gets to know about her from her video profiles. I also think that Jim is very brave when he goes outside to vent the reactor. Our second main protagonist, Aurora Lane, is played by Jennifer Lawrence, best known from the X-Men films and the Hunger Games films. As mentioned earlier, Aurora is a writer who was awakened by Jim. To me, she's very pretty and a bit, well, she's very humorous. I also like that she enjoys jogging around the ship for exercise and writes about her experience on the ship. But after awakening, Aurora is very devastated that she will grow old and die before the ship reaches Homestead II. And when she found out that Jim did it, she gets very angry and distraught. But as the ship malfunctions, Aurora assists Jim in fixing the reactor. Another character I should talk about is Arthur, an android bartender on the Avalon, played by Michael Sheen, whom I talked about before while vlogging the Alice films. He was also the voice of Dr. Griffith from Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, and played Zeus from Tron Legacy. This guy is a really polite bartender, and he's a great character to have a conversation with. The rest of the cast includes Lawrence Fishburne, Nazanin Boniadi, and Andy Garcia. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, Passengers is an okay film, but it's not too bad. The story is a tad predictable, but the main characters, Jim and Aurora, are alright. The visuals are incredible, the stuff on the Avalon is fantastic and fun, and the setting in space is absolutely out of this world. Still, this is not something I recommend for younger audiences due to the sex, nudity, and peril that happens in this film. So, my rating for this film will be a 62% out of 100. Well, that's all for... Whoa! Computer, what's happening? Oh, man. I gotta go check this out. Wowie Sowie. Well, folks, be sure to join me again for my next vlog as soon as I hyperspeed myself back to Earth. Mustang power. Computer, set a hyperspeed course back to Earth.